Hello, my darling. What are you doing?
Well, I am recording how I am doing this tile here so I don't forget a few years from now. As you can see, we've laid very beautiful tile, and this is the part that is most difficult. So you can see behind me I've done most of this, and I want to show you how the rest of this is done, more for me than you. As you can see, I've mixed up the grout, and I don't have very much left there, you can see. And I got it too wet, so it's causing me to delay this project for an hour, waiting for the grout to dry a little bit. Once I did that, I just took my little trowel and I just started troweling in all of the holes, and then you let the grout lines, and then you let it sit for about 15-20 minutes. Again, mine's a little wet, so I'm taking a chance because I don't want this to dry on here. We had a bad experience of letting it dry. First off, before I put the grout on, I sprayed it with a spray bottle to moisturize the grout, and then when you do go to clean it off, it comes off really early or easy. So as you can see, the trick here is to rinse often, and then you don't want to wipe the grout. So you can see you only get just a few swipes, and then it clogs up your thing and it starts dragging the grout out of the thing. As you can see, and I can push hard in the center and drag some out and rinse off to try to speed it up. But as you can see, it takes a certain amount of moisture not too much. Now if I start to, you can see it's starting to dry on a little bit, so it's just gets in that just right time. Oops. Getting sloppy here. And it's best to try to run sideways on the grout lines if you can remember. Less of a chance of pulling it out. The reason I know I got the grout too wet is because when you go to put the grout in the verticals, it runs out on you. I have to scrape it off the edges of the bucket here and find little dry pieces, little dry bunches of it to get it to stay in. Now what I'm doing is, I recommend is you take and get this first wiping down after that 20-minute wait. Then it's actually a lot cleaner than it looks when it dries. Then you wait 3 hours, trying to get those little chunks off too, so they're not so hard to get off later. Once you get it to that point, and when I come back in a few hours, it's completely dry. It won't be a all-out war like it was when Reef and Jerry and Tony and Tyler and whoever else was helping us when we did the kitchen a few years ago. And in spite of knowing all the tricks, it's still a lot of back-breaking work. So this is mainly to all the children and grandchildren that want to do tile in the house. Instead of me showing them, I just give them this video. Because I'm not sure I want to remember how hard a job it is to do this, but I will say I've never done anything building wise that was more rewarding. We have absolutely loved tile, and I would never have it for two reasons. One, I didn't like, oh, I've missed an area. I'm going to shove that out, right? And pinch it.